Hey, welcome back everybody. Jeff Frick here, coming to you from the eGen Lounge. We're at the House of Blues in Mandalay Bay at Google Cloud Next, talking all things agentic AI. That was the theme of the keynote. We're well past chatbots, and now it's time to take it to the next level. We're excited to have our next guest who's out there in the field working with real customers to try to help them take it to the next level. So welcome in Luiz Alves. He is the principal architect at eGen. Luiz, great to see you.
Yeah, great to see you too. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So you're out there in the field with customers. I got to ask you, what are some of their concerns when you go in? Are they afraid? Are they afraid of hallucinations? Or they think, oh my goodness, do we really want to give agencies to these robots? How do you kind of help ease them in through the process?
A lot of questions about AI comes like where we can get the best return on the investment. And a lot of times where the customers fail to see the value is because they want the AI, but they don't know why they want the AI. So usually the conversation starts by finding a use case that you can apply the AI and get that value to the customer. And the way we do this is pairing like AI specialists with the business folks.
Okay, and how much of that do you usually see is from maybe a business unit or some group within a business unit versus kind of the top-down mandate?
So usually the best results we get is when we talk directly with the business, so they know the problem, and now we, as specialists in AI, we go there and say like, look, this is where we see opportunity for you to use AI, and so explain how you do your job today, and let's see what we can do to improve your workflow with AI.
Right. So kind of classic technology story is when new technology comes, half the companies see it as just a way to save. We're going to substitute out certain things and we're going to save money. And really the smarter folks are usually looking for, how do I use this to grow a new business, to expand my business, to get into new opportunities? How do you see that kind of switch when you're working with clients from, we want to automate a process to, wow, we can do this, oh, maybe we can do this, and when they get kind of that light switch moment of the opportunity.
Absolutely, so I believe like a lot of the AI efforts is automation, but you truly get a good use case when you transform your business and you create value with AI. And we had one of our customers that use voice AI to reach out to other customers and get them to do a loan with them.
Okay.
And they could do that with a much better rate than humans did reaching out. And humans, they have to sleep, and AI never sleeps. So kind of like opens possibilities that you didn't have before.
So this was an AI doing basically like a cold call, or not maybe a qualified call, but it was the AI making the call?
Correct.
And was the AI then talking to whoever picked up the phone?
Yeah, exactly.
And having the whole conversation?
And then like the AI will reach out to the customer and offer like a different product, a different offer that is special for that customer, and that has created a lot of value for the client. And it's not only automating, but it's also like now you have a scale that you couldn't have before.
Right. And are they able to customize the offers within each offer that's going out to that particular opportunity as well?
Yes, absolutely. So one of the things is you can monitor, for example, new trends in the market. So not all clients will be benefited by some, for example, if interest rates go down, not all clients will benefit for this. But the AI can check which clients would benefit and call that client to see like, this is what we can offer for you.
And talk about the difference in setting that up, right? So classic computer programming, you had to specify exactly what you wanted the thing to do. And really what's exciting about this age is you work more about the objectives, and then the computer works backwards to fill it with the skills or the processes to deliver on that objective. So from a marketing point of view, is the way they define their offerings very different, just kind of broad, we want this for this, and then the machine figures out the specific offer for the individual?
So I think zooming out a little bit,
Yeah.
the main difference between AI and traditional software is that software, when you test it in development and it gives you a result, when you ship it to production, it should give that same result, but AI is stochastic. So the answer might vary, even if you do the same question twice, it might give you a different answer. So how you make sure that things don't go off rail is an exercise of analyzing not like one result, but many results and creating a statistics. So that way you know, like on average, how you are doing and what is your error rate.
Okay, and then what are some of the factors that determine whether a POC goes well or early project and then gets to scale versus the ones that kind of die on the vine or don't really go anywhere, which seems to be a big concern for a lot of CIOs, projects that just sit and don't really deliver the value?
Absolutely. So what happens is that a lot of POCs, they start with this excitement about the possibilities, but there is no clear return on investment. So usually when you try to prove that is creating value to the company, it's not there. So that's why it fails. And the second is you overfit your data. So you tested on a few cases and it worked very well, but then because you didn't follow the approach of looking at the averages of many rounds, when you try to scale, it fails because you cannot reproduce what you tested in your POC.
So how do you mitigate that, just in terms of rigor on the front end? What are some of the things that you do to make sure that you're not overfitting the model or the data to the model?
So the usual way that we call this like the applied science approach.
Okay.
So we are gonna look at the data you have, and we are gonna measure how well you are currently doing with your process, and use that as a benchmark, and then create an AI system that can beat that benchmark.
Okay.
And once you do that, so it's an A/B testing, and you do that once, then you try to do the next version to beat the previous one, and you repeat that, and then that's it. You have a great system. So you need that data to validate your models.
Right. So you really need the throughput to get to the statistical numbers necessary so that you can make a valid comparison.
Exactly. So a lot of difficult starting a project is the data is not there. So if you have a very well-defined problem and you are already working on this, there is a good chance that the data is there, but you're not collecting it. So what you can do as part of your journey is to start collecting that data and then validate your model with that data.
Are people 70% of the way there on their data these days? Are they way behind? I mean, we've been talking about data cleansing and getting your data ready and data warehouses forever and ever and ever. Are we finally getting close where they've got the stuff ready to go, or is there still a lot of work to do, or is it kind of project specific?
Yeah, so I think there are two ways of seeing this. One is like looking at the data architecture and thinking more about the data engineering, like having the traditional medallion architecture. So you have raw data and process data and like final insights from the data. So you have that structure, and this is good, and this is a good approach. But then there is also like a lot of workflows that the business folks, they are not modernized yet to collect their data. And this is where I see a lot of value to get that data and extract good insights to train the AI and to create workflows with AI.
Okay, great. So we're here at Google Cloud Next. A lot of talk about Gemini for the enterprise, Gemini for governments. How is it working with the Gemini platform? How does that give you a little bit more power to accomplish these customer tasks?
So Gemini is a model that is very versatile, and within Google Cloud, there's different ways you can access. So you can, being like a non-technical user, Gemini Enterprise empowers you with agents, so you can create your own agents. And if you are more technical, you also have ADK, so it is the development kit to develop agents, and they all integrated in the same system, so you can have like both technical people working, creating agents, and non-technical people creating agents, and use the same framework. So this is the nice thing about working with Gemini.
Right. So last thing before I let you go, when you walk into one of these projects to start, people excited, they scared, what's kind of their perception of what they can do compared to what they really can do based on what you know?
Yes, there is definitely like a lot of excitement these days about AI, and the perception depends on who you are talking to. And sometimes people will think this is magic, and it's not. So you have to come down and see what are the possibilities and how you can actually use these tools to create value. It's not one prompt that solves everything. Usually it requires both engineering, science, and data to make it work.
Still got to do the work.
Yes.
Still got. So what is the age, right? Garbage in, garbage out, right? If you don't do the work, you're not going to get anything out of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, Luiz. Well, thanks for spending a few minutes. It's a treat, and good luck out there on the front lines with those customers.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. He's Luiz. I'm Jeff. You're watching us here at the Egen Lounge at the House of Blues at Mandalay Bay at Google Cloud Next. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.